Hi and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Elaine, and on my channel I like to talk about bags from mid-range to vintage luxury. And today I'm going to be going over the bags that I used during my spring break with my family. We did an RV trip up to Oregon and spent some time camping and also exploring Central Oregon. We went up to Bend, which is one of my favorite small towns in Oregon. And yeah, I just thought I would talk about the bags that I used there. And instead of doing a pack with me, I decided to do the one afterwards because I can let you know whether or not I used the bag or how useful the bag was, instead of showing you just what I plan to bring on a trip. And the thing about an RV trip is that because you're driving and you're driving with your home behind you, me personally, I end up way overpacking. I think when I travel by plane, I'm a little bit more careful, because of luggage limits. But when you're in an RV, you can just throw everything in, right? But this time around, I really did try to be a little more conservative. I knew that because we're camping, it'd be unlikely for me to really be switching out of my bags that often. So I did bring 3 bags, and I'll just go over them here quickly. Of course, I took my Loewe small puzzle bag. It is my go-to travel bag, and I always carry my little, is it porcupine? Hedgehog? I actually don't have a name for him yet or anything, but if you guys can think of one, maybe I'll start calling him that. But I did also have an addition with this canvas strap. So before this, I was using mostly the leather strap that comes with it, which is a lot thinner. And so I do tend to really weigh down my puzzle. It actually fits quite a bit, because it's such a good boxy shape. So I end up putting a lot into it, and then it really gets quite heavy. So I bought this Loewe strap, canvas strap from Brandier. I think I got it for a couple $100, so it's like a little bit less than retail. Of course, it is an old style, doesn't have any of the anagram on it, but I kind of like that about it. It's, if you didn't have the Loewe side showing, which I think there is on here. Oh yeah, the Loewe side here. If you didn't have that showing, you wouldn't really know it's a Loewe bag versus the other canvas strap. It just says Loewe all over it. So it's a little too branded for me sometimes. Anyways, found this to be such a lifesaver. It's such a comfortable strap. I have it right now on the crossbody length, but I also had it originally on the shoulder length. Either way is great because it's such a wide strap. The pressure on your shoulder, or the pressure on my shoulder when I put a lot of stuff in the bag, was actually quite minimal. And so I had no shoulder pain, which wasn't true about the last couple times when I took this Loewe bag on a trip. So yeah, I'm super happy. This strap is perfect. What else is there to say about it? I talk about this bag all the time. It ended up happening, I did take 3 bags with me, which I'll show you here, but this was the only bag that I used. I think what happens when I'm traveling is I get very comfortable. I have everything in here, and so I'm less likely to want to switch out bags. I have other priorities and, other things going on that day, so I'm not really going to spend the time switching out in my bags. But yes, I did bring these other 2 just in case. This one I didn't use at all, but I brought it because I brought my computer, so I thought just in case I needed to do some work, like in a cafe or whatever, I could at least put my laptop in here along with my essentials, and it would have a big bag to carry all the things that I needed for work. I ended up just working in the RV and didn't really need to go anywhere. Luckily, we had reception for most of the campsites. So yeah, so I ended up not using this bag. And I also did not use this one, though I did use this when I got back. I brought this just in case it really started to rain. But it turns out on the days that it was super rainy, we just stayed in. So again, did not switch out of my Loewe puzzle. But this is the RSVP Batman bag. Sorry, I forgot to mention, this is the Songmont Your bag, extra large Your bag that they no longer sell, which is unfortunate because I really like this one. Also waterproof in a sense, like I could just wipe off the water. I'm not as precious with it, but also this as well, I'm not as precious with it. The Batman bag is, I wouldn't say waterproof, but I mean, it's fairly water resistant. You can just wipe it off. I did not use this bag actually because this capacity is slightly smaller than the Loewe puzzle, so it just wouldn't fit as much. And so I wanted to have everything and the kitchen sink with me, so I just didn't use it. But when I came back, I was really, I used this bag, I used the puzzle for, over a week, so I was really tired of that bag. So I was like, I'm going to go and switch into this bag when I'm not traveling, I don't really have to carry as much. Also, since it was raining when we got back, so it was a perfect bag for that. And I also just wanted to do some honorable mentions. So these were the bags, of course, the traditional bags that I would use, but I also wanted to talk about, this is the Quince packing cube. So it comes in a full set. This is the largest one. And I wanted to give a little shout out for the packing cube because, especially when you're traveling in an RV, there's drawer space is rather limited. It's mostly like shelf space and maybe some hanging closet space. So I find the packing cubes are essential, especially when it comes to dividing up the family's clothing. That way I could easily find, like, say if I needed to find her PJs or find my PJs, it would just be very easy. I know it's already in these packing cubes. I did do a full review on it on the blog a while ago. I still use packing cubes when I go traveling by air, but I don't really use the big ones because it can get quite heavy. It's a nice substantial material. 2 zips. So the 1 zip is to, of course, flatten it down. So this is about the width of it once you unzip it. And then of course there's 2 zippers up top for packing it in. And you know, you really can pack it in with these packing cubes. It works really great. Anyways, that's one honorable mention. And last but not least, I would also like to mention in my current daily carry, which is this Toolbox 20, is this little organizational felt cube from Zumoni. So full disclosure, I got this for free when I did my review of the Zumoni Silky Organizer that I have in my other toolbox right now. I also did a giveaway of these cubes because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to really use them, but I ended up using this a lot. It came in a set of 3, the largest, the middle, and there's another small one that I'm sure I have somewhere. I've been using this middle size as an organizational cube, and what I realized, what's so great about these felt cubes is that because they're open like this and you have it just in your bag, whether it's the puzzle or this toolbox, it's easy to grab things, you know? I used to have everything in pouches, but the pouches don't work so well because, you know, you do have to unzip, you kind of have to rifle through it. Like this, honestly, if I wanted hand sanitizer, easy. I have my lip product. I have a little bit of a drawing thing for my daughter along with a lollipop and, you know, so on and so forth. It's just so easy to grab. And then you just throw it in your bag and it fits great. Ignore the mess. But anyway, so that was another honorable mention and I think that's it. So short and sweet, just wanted to recap all the bags and bag products that I used during spring break. And how was your spring break? Let me know if you guys went anywhere and maybe what bag you used for that. I'd like to know. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.